Your Azure OpenAI agent is brilliant for exactly one conversation. Then it forgets everything. The context window is short-term memory, and it resets every session. In this video, I'll show you how to give an agent real long-term memory using a vector store, and then compare the two backends most teams reach for on Azure. Azure AI Search versus Cosmos DB for NoSQL with integrated vector search. You'll learn how each works, where each one hurts, what it costs to run, and a crisp rule for picking the right one. Long-term memory isn't a bigger context window, it's retrieval. The pattern is retrieval augmented generation, RAG, applied to memory. First, you take each message or fact and run it through an embedding model like text embedding 3 large to get a vector. You store that vector alongside the original text. On the next turn, you embed the new query, run an approximate nearest neighbor search to find the most similar past memories, and inject the top few into the prompt. The model remembers because you fed it the relevant slice, not the whole history. Both stores hold vectors and do nearest neighbor search, but they're built for different jobs. Azure AI Search is a dedicated search engine, hybrid keyword plus vector ranking, a semantic re-ranker, filters, and faceting out of the box. Cosmos DB for NoSQL added integrated vector search, so your memories live in the same operational database as the rest of your app data, with single-digit millisecond reads and global distribution. One is a purpose-built retrieval layer. The other folds memory into your existing transactional store. Here's the runtime flow. A user message hits your agent orchestrator, say an Azure function. The agent calls Azure OpenAI to embed the query, then runs a vector search against the store to pull the most relevant past memories. Those memories get stitched into the prompt, and Azure OpenAI generates the reply. In the background, you embed and upsert the new exchange so it's available next time. Notice the store sits beside the model, not inside it, which is exactly why you can swap backends. Now the trade-offs that actually bite. Azure AI Search bills by tier and capacity, so a standard tier with replicas and partitions can run hundreds of dollars a month whether or not you're querying hard, and vector quotas vary by tier. In return, you get best-in-class relevance and hybrid search. Cosmos DB charges request units plus storage, so a low-traffic agent on serverless can be cheap, and you skip operating a second service. The catch: vector search burns request units fast at scale, and you tune the index yourself. Prices and limits shift, so check current Azure docs. Here's the AI search version in Python. You embed the user message with text embedding 3 large, then issue a hybrid query. Search text drives keyword matching while the vectorized query drives semantic similarity, asking for the 5 nearest neighbors over your content vector field. You pull the text back out and hand it to the chat model as context. The Cosmos DB version is similar in shape, just a vector distance function inside a SQL query instead of a dedicated search client. A few things separate a demo from production. 1. Don't store every message. Summarize and store salient facts, or your index fills with noise and retrieval quality drops. 2. Tag every memory with a user or session ID and always filter on it, or you leak one user's memory into another's prompt. 3. Set a time to leave or relevance decay so stale facts age out. 4. Choose your embedding dimensions deliberately, because larger vectors cost more storage and compute for only marginal recall gains. So here's the rule of thumb. If retrieval quality is the product, knowledge-heavy assistance, lots of documents, where you want hybrid search and re-ranking, reach for Azure AI Search. If memory is just one feature of an app that already runs on Cosmos DB, and you value low latency, global reach, and one fewer service to operate, use Cosmos DB integrated vector search. Many teams start in Cosmos and graduate to AI search when relevance starts to matter. Prices, tiers, and vector limits move quarterly, so confirm against current Azure docs before you commit. Now go give your agent a memory. If this helped, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.